We are at the Black Mermaid Off-Kilter listening party. And we are here with FlyMind Nation. What's good, y'all?
What's going on?
Okay, there's a lot of swagger here. I feel intellectual just being in y'all presence. Like
swagger and intellectual.
Right,
That's a mixture right there.
Swag. See, I don't know I'm gonna make up a word for it later, but I would be intellectual if I jumped into it.
Right.
So, how are y'all doing tonight?
Good, bliss.
Great,
That's
real bliss.
Good energy around.
So, can you introduce yourself to the people, let everybody know who you are?
Well, I'm Franco Shack of the FlyMind Nation, half the FlyMind Poets. Originally, me and my twin brother started it, and then we brought Black Mermaid on board about 3 years ago.
2021.
2021, we heard the raw talent and brought her on board,
Yes.
so everybody got our own roles to play, so I'm going to let everybody else fix it.
Raw ass telling me, yes, no, you're not seeing double, these are twins.
I'm Black Mermaid, that's with 3 eyes, the spiritual shit talker. 1/3 of the FlyMind Nation. I am blessed to be here. Thank you for having me.
I'm Bars Doppel, aka the Rebel Spirit. 1/3 of FlyMind Nation, 1/2 of FlyMind Poets. And yeah, we are twins, but
The hate is real.
This guy. So, when did you all come together as a group? Can you tell me the story about how y'all came to be? The looks.
yeah,
Yeah, it's so many
times.
perspectives. I'll say, well, I have to start from the beginning. So me and my brother, we've been rapping for a long time, but we took it serious maybe 2013, 14. And we started a duo called FlyMind Poets, and we was known around the city as that. And then Ariel came around. She was known as an author first, but she said she wanted to try the rapping thing, like be an artist and everything. And we saw the raw talent, we believed in it. And when we saw her working hard in the studio and whatnot, we was like, we might as well put her on the team, because and she had knowledge about business that we didn't even have yet. So it was like another piece of the puzzle. So it was like we all have our own roles now. So that's when I'll say 2021, we brought her on board. That's when it became a whole thing, FlyMind Nation.
It's like
It's not even the FlyMind Poets no more, just FlyMind
that
Nation.
sacred geometry, like
Right.
things in the triangle form tend to be
Right.
strong.
I would say, obviously, I joined in 2021. I've always been a writer. So, started writing when I was 11. I've had my own publishing company. That's something completely different. That's on the professional side. And so, I've always been a writer. And that came to, like, I wanted to expound on it, I guess you would say. And that's what made me want to just test the waters in the studio, because I know I can write. Like, I read books about my life, about psychology, all these other things. And so I now want to practice delivering it in another way, because it's all about the message. So in 2021 is when I kind of delved into the more of the, I guess, putting that on a mic. I've also always been a singer though, so it wasn't too hard, but
Yeah, it's still a switch up.
Switch
It's a
up,
different muscle to
absolutely.
flex, so you have to, it's leg day versus like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I also want to say that all three of us, there's a cornerstone to all of us as far as expressing ourselves as artists. It's authenticity, the love for creativity and expression. And we all have a drive to inspire who pays attention to us. That's the cornerstone of FlyMind Nation. So it just made sense for all of us to come together as artists, even with our different styles, as far as what FlyMind Nation stands for as a brand.
that is very amazing, because it actually goes directly into my next question. So what is you all's favorite part of collaborating?
Well, my favorite part of collaborating is, for the most part, being inspired by hearing different perspectives and the angle of which each of us create. I think that is my favorite part.
It's very similar, and I was actually having this conversation with Amid earlier, who was one of the hosts on No Buffer. And to me, I enjoy being a student. So it's like they've been in the game, 10 plus years. So it's like to just see different flows, to take different perspectives, and then try it for myself, and then be able to choose which one works for me. that's my favorite part, is just kind of learning the process, whether it's literally like, okay, this is what causes the music, this is what actually records your voice. Like, I'm a student at heart, so that's my favorite.
My answer is multi-varied because for one, as an artist, I like seeing artists, well, especially, I like, a lot of times I like collaborating with artists that's kind of new, they got raw talent, because I like seeing growth, because I remember growing and it was exciting, so I like seeing them. Because, you know, once you're in the game a long time, the same excitement, it kind of leaves, because this is what you do now. But when you can see another artist do it, you get excited again, seeing them go through the process. So like seeing them get fans and stuff like that, so yeah. But also, I have multi-varied experience. Like I've been a student in college. I've been in the streets a little bit. I dabbled in that. I see my dad dying in front of. Like I seen a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
I can feel like I can collaborate with a lot of different artists. But I feel like I'm multi-varied. Like I don't say I'm a street dude. I don't say I'm just multi-varied
Life
human
is
being.
more of a have an objective
Yeah.
experience. Like
So-
once you've been through some shit, you're like,
So I can feel like I can collab with everybody. I can tap in. Somebody can get in this booth, and I feel like there's some part of me in them. So I can feel like I can tap in with them, and I feel like
The next question is kind of relating to the process of working together and your individuality. How do you switch and balance what a lot of people, a lot of groups have not been able to do? Like from 20 years ago, Destiny Child, from the Temptations to more recently the Migos. Like how are y'all able to go and then do work alone and have it be so dynamic and then be able to come together and balance in such a way?
The one thing that I can say, I'm the newest one, but for me, it's not so much so thought of as a group. We're still individual people, we're still individual artists. FlyMind Nation is a movement. It's not, and a nation takes multiple people. It doesn't take, one person can't be a nation. So you can build it from that, but you know what I'm saying? It takes multiple. So that's my perspective on it.
Diversity and melting pot.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is, I think it just mesh that way. It's effortless that we can work with each other. And sometimes if we have ideas and when somebody doesn't fit, we should be like, nah, I don't feel that. Okay, cool. But it just happens to be that, I guess the universe orchestrated it in a way to where we're just the three artists that happens to be able to work with each other, even though we got different styles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's natural.
I understand. So, speaking of working together,
I'm going to answer it real quick. Are you good? Like, it feel like it's easy for me to collab with them. I don't know if that's the precisely the question, but like, first of all, our flow, we all have different flows, but we can do similar flows if we wanted to. And then the beat selection is very similar. Like we can do trap beats if we want to, but we all have our bass is soul. Like that's our bass sound is soul beats and stuff like that. So and we all are writers. Like she took writing seriously, but me and my brother been writers too. We always wrote stories and like in English class I didn't even care about English, but the teacher used to say that's a good story put together. So we was all natural writers anyways.
yeah. So the next question I have, so your group, you're the newest one, but I think there's a different like subgroup within the group. Can you tell me more
Oh
about
man.
that situation? Is that
No, okay, I can't.
This is my opinion. So, you know, y'all might have different opinions, but for me, we all can do we can tap into each other's genre, so to speak. But I'll say Ariel, she got more of the South more than all of us. Me and my brother, because we was raised down here, but we got family in New York, so it's like we're like a hybrid. So, but she got more of that South element. So, like you heard earlier on the listening part, you can hear the Memphis, the South all in her. But we can mix ours up. And for me, I feel like I lean more to the, like, even though I was raised out here, I lean to more to the grittier side, like the New York gritty style or something like that. And bars, he got that in him too, but he got that, he remind me more like, he lean more to Outkast, like the Outkast genre, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. the reason I phrase that question in that way, I love how when people collaborate in their own individual entities and they don't let like a title or a form of a group, like kind of like ASAP Gang, or you know what I mean, like,
Yeah.
but like Atlanta's version is like 2-9, like it's like
2-9,
Back
yeah.
his brother, you know what I'm saying, and then Jace will do his stuff, and then Curtis will do his stuff, and they all will come together and be 2-9. I love how there's
Like Tyler Creator and all of them.
Yes,
all features.
the internet, like they'll come together and make their art and then go be individual and then come back. And I love when people are able to, you know what I'm saying, focus on the art and their relationship. Like, because I know the industry can be so cutthroat and there's so many people planting seeds in your heads.
Yeah.
From the bottom up, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be famous or to be somebody like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Just trying to like,
Absolutely.
sometimes it's like that. So that's the reason I wanted to ask that question. I think it's really, really cool when there's like a harmonious, I allow you to be in your power alone. Not I allow you because you know what I'm saying, that's someone else's power regardless, but I'm lending to you flourishing and I'm supporting that, and then I'm also able to grow with you and combine art.
The reason why I agree with that because like the reason why I let them, well not let, but they gonna do what they do, but they flourish solo artists. What they do good at is why I actually like it. Like what they do is what make me appreciate them as artists.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and it's like it's about teamwork at the end of the day. So like, if you can mesh, it's almost like an NBA team. Like if you have a superstar, like a good scorer, and a person that can pass. Like if they all mesh, the styles can mesh. That's a good team.
Yeah.
So when they by themselves, you still gonna see their talents flourish by themselves.
Yeah, I'm off of yeah, pretty much what he said. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The reason why we allow each other to, go our own routes too or express ourselves our own ways, because I just know what it feels like to have my vision sight. I've been in situations in the label, in the group, where they're like, "This is the beats we giving you." It's like, bro, I'm not just.
Right.
This is not just my lane, bro. Like,
I don't
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no. Like, I want to be able to fly in my own authenticity.
Gotcha. And so the last thing I want to ask you is, so what do you all have going on as a group? What can we expect coming up from you soon? What you working on?
All right, so Black Mermaid just released her album.
Yeah.
We're still gonna push that heavy. Franco is coming up next with his solo album. I'll be coming up with my solo album, and then we're gonna do a collaborative project.
Awesome. We're looking forward to it, y'all. Let everybody know where to find y'all on socials.
You can find me at bars.mu, IG, BARZEAMU.
What's up, family? You can find me at BLK_MERMAIIID. And that is 3 eyes, so just keep that in mind. Black Mermaid with 3 eyes. Here's your sheet.
Follow me on IG at Franco Shack Official, Franco with a K, FRANKOSHACK Official on IG. Then you can follow us, the group page at FlyMind Nation on IG. We just got that active today, so go ahead and tap in. Nation.
Welcome to the nation.
And that's it, y'all. Welcome to the nation. Holla at your girl.